What's up everyone, Lex DeVille here. Today we're talking about where the channel is going and how we're going to be moving forward. We're taking a slightly different direction just because things in life are taking a slightly different direction. We're going different directions, we're all doing different things, we're all trying to make our own way, and for that reason, we have to make some updates to the channel. So it's been a while since I've posted consistently. Still trying to work out a schedule with that. I mean, we're kind of almost to a place where I can do that at least once a week, once or twice a week. It's just been challenging to get back to that because there's so much going on. Main thing that's happening is I'm moving away from Upwork freelancing. I'm still on the platform. I'm not going to drop off the platform completely, but it's not going to be my main focus, nor will copywriting be the main focus for how I'm going to generate income from now on and into the future. So my goal for this year was to escape Upwork freelancing, to escape copywriting as my business model, and for that reason I'm not taking any more copywriting clients. Instead, my aim is to replace it with audiobook narration. So narration, I guess, but audiobook narration. I'm not going to be narrating in other fields, but most narrators do. We'll talk about that in a minute. Main thing I want you to know is that this channel is going to focus more on audiobooks or just narration in general and freelancing as a narrator, so you guys can get a feel for what that's like. Maybe you can still pick up some things and apply them in your own freelance careers. A lot of the stuff I talk about is still going to apply to Upwork. It's still going to apply to copywriters or web designers or anyone who watches this channel. You're still going to get valuable takeaways because it's really the mindset. It's all about the mindset in freelancing. The mindset sets you apart. The mindset is already setting me apart in the audiobook world, just as it did with freelance copywriting. I picked up my first couple of books on revenue split, meaning I split the profits with the author. If he makes sales, then I make money. So far, our book has just been published. Our books, I should say, there was 2 of them, have just been published to go live. They haven't gone live yet, so I haven't made any money. But I did finish narrating my first 2 books, and they're out there. I am narrating my 3rd book, which is a full-length novel, and my 4th book is scheduled to come right after that, which is also a novel, and those are also both on revenue split, so I'm taking some revenue split jobs. There's other ways to get paid in this field in narration. You can get paid per finished hour, which is like if you, let's say you did a 1-hour book, you recorded a 1-hour book, you might get paid, if you're on ACX, it might be like $100. That book's going to take you 5 to 10 hours to narrate and then proof it and edit it and master it and produce it. All those things take time, and it adds up to about 5 to 10 hours of total work. You get paid for 1 hour of that. So the standard rate in the industry is supposedly $250 per finished hour. A lot of people are taking $50 to $100 an hour on acx.com, which is the audiobook platform. Something to know about this field is if you're not a native English speaker, whether it's with a British accent, American accent, Canadian accent, Australian accent, this field probably isn't for you. There's just I'm not seeing that many books out there that are ready to be narrated in other languages. So if you're not a native English speaker, probably not the one. If you don't have a studio or some fairly good equipment, this is not the field for you. Narration is not the field for you. You need excellent background noise, silence in the background. You don't need to have, let me rephrase that. You don't have to have a studio, but if you want to be competitive in the narration industry, you will need it, because there's just too many good people here. I mean, we're talking about actors who are A-list actors. We're talking about actors of blockbuster movies who do this on the side in their spare time. They've got huge budgets. They can buy awesome studios, and they've got connections. So if you were to dive into this field, you're going to have to do something a little bit different. It comes back to the mindset thing. What else to know about audiobooks? I mean, I don't know. It's really not that profitable in the beginning. In fact, like I said, I haven't made any money with it yet. This is more of an exploration for me. My approach is not going to be like everybody else. Most authors, or narrators, I should say, they have a website. It's kind of crap. They focus on narrating more books, getting those PFH rates, trying to build on revenue split so they grow over time. It's kind of an investment. They do this on the side. They have another job in their full-time lives. That's kind of the traditional route. They're aiming to get picked up by some big publisher or studio. Think Random House. Think I don't know any of the other big publisher names, but they want to get picked up by that so they can get ongoing steady work. My goal is to build this as a business, so I'm approaching it a different way. I'm setting up funnels. I am building inbound funnels using digital marketing, solid copywriting, videos, things like that to pull people into my space so that I can charge the rates I want. And hopefully make this a business and eventually scale it and, just be happy and all that stuff. Pay attention though. Watch these videos if you want. There's still going to be plenty of stuff that applies to freelancing, like I said. As far as my approach so far goes to audiobooks, I think the mindset has really helped. You-focused approach to applying. Actually, you don't apply to gigs. You kind of do, but you kind of don't. When you go on the ACX platform, you have to audition for books. So if you want to be the narrator for a book, then you have to do auditions. They give you a sample of the manuscript. You read it, and then if they like that, they'll go forward with you. But there's also a place to put in some messages. So I drop some you-focused messages. I send off my audition. I make it awesome, and then I get hired. That's why I've got books already in my first month. Let's see, what else? Voice acting. This is voice acting. So this is actual acting. You can read nonfiction books, I guess, and it's less acting. But one thing I've come to learn in this is that this is voice acting. You are legitimately becoming an actor. If you just read the book, you're not going to make it. Nobody just reads the book and makes it as an audiobook narrator. So that's something I learned really quickly. I had to be able to get into the characters. I had to identify with them, align with them, and step into their world, and then shift up my voice, which means I've had to do a lot of voice training and start figuring out different ways to use my voice that are different from how I'm used to. What else is there to know? I don't know what all else there is to know. It's hard work, editing, processing, all that stuff. You can hire that out if you want. If you want to do it yourself to save money, then it gets expensive because you need the right equipment. You can do it for free. There's a program called Audacity that'll let you edit and master your files and all that stuff for free. It's not the best program, but it's okay. But if you want to go beyond, if you want to step it up, if you want cleaner audio and you want to get hired for bigger stuff and better paying gigs, you're going to need to invest in some equipment. We'll talk about that another time. I think that's pretty much it for this video. Wanted to get in here and make something. We haven't really made anything in a while. You can see in the background that I've updated some of the studio. I've kind of put some extra padding, noise reduction material so that I could get rid of more of that. I'm recording roughly 1 to 2 hours in the morning per day for the novel that I'm working on right now. So hoping to ramp this up a little bit soon. We're not quite there yet though. I have to make those first dollars. Once I make my first dollars with this, once I see that it can actually be profitable for me, then I can step it up. I can go all in. I can buy additional equipment, better interfaces, better editing software, and put more investment into it. So that's the focus of this. If you have any questions for me, let me know. I'm happy to let you know what kind of equipment and stuff I'm using. Blue Yeti mic, even though they say don't use the USB mic, it's working fine for me. I'm using Whisper Room, which is my studio. Yeah, I think that's about it. Like I said, drop me a comment if you want. I'm Lex DeVille. That's not the name I'm going by for my audiobook narrations. I'm not going by that name. Let me talk about that real quick before we go. I'm not going by Lex DeVille because I've niched down and I'm only doing books in erotica and romance. I'm only doing erotic romance books. So I want to become the erotic romance book specialist. I want to be the guy you go to when you need someone to read dirty books that nobody else wants to read because they're dirty books and they would look bad in other people's portfolios. So that's why I'm doing that. Like I said before, most of these narrators are trying to go this traditional path. They want to get picked up by a big publisher, which means they need a portfolio of works that is indicative of the kind of work that they do and the kind of space that they put themselves in. So they don't want to have a bunch of erotica and romance filling up their backlogs when they have to show that to professional publishers. For myself, I don't give a shit. I will happily take those gigs and I will happily become the guy to go to for that, so that whenever you type in whatever in Google searching for that, you find me and you say, this guy is 100% for sure clearly the person that I need to narrate my books because they're erotica or romance or whatever. So I'm a specialist. That's how I've always been. Niche down in copywriting, niche down in audiobooks. It just makes sense for me, and that's where I'm at. Thanks you. Whatever, dude. Thanks so much for watching. Glad that you are all with me still. We seem to still be gaining subscribers every day, even though I haven't been publishing that many videos. But if you're into audiobooks, if you're interested in audiobooks, or interested even in narration and voiceover as a freelance path, I guess stick around, because that's what this channel is going to be about for a while. That's what we're going to be talking about upcoming. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.